Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I wanted to share a thought with you guys with regards to the rank and file uh, Democrat Party loyalists. Okay, they are really starting to resemble a religious cult. Okay, because they're being presented with all this evidence of Biden, accepting bribes, uh, testimony of bank statements, and they're not believing any of it. Okay, they don't want to accept any of that. So, uh, to me, it seems like the average Democrat voter, okay, the teachers union person, the pro abortion rights, baby killing person, um, you know these people are loyal to their party without exception. Doesn't matter what Biden may have done or may not have done. Uh, they're going to vote for him. It doesn't matter if they're presented with proof of corruption. None of that matters. Okay, so this isn't a problem with the Democrat Party leadership. Okay, this isn't like a top-down problem. This is a bottom-up problem. Okay, and this really resembles like the religious conflicts that we have seen over the centuries. Okay, where and religious conflicts are always turn very bloody with it, because when it comes to religious ideology, there's usually no room for compromise. Okay, so a good place to like go study religious conflicts would be, let's say, like the civil war that happened in England, right? The Catholics versus the Protestants. Each side persecuting the other side, right? Capturing, killing, torturing. That's where religious zealots usually end up. Okay, now on myself, I'm like not like particularly loyal to Republicans. In fact, I generally sees them as the lesser of evils. Definitely not loyal to Trump. I was especially disappointed with him and turned against him with the bump stock ban. Okay, but the Democrats need to be stopped. Okay, that's these people are a cult. They will stop at nothing. To them, corruption, lying, stealing. That's all part of the process to them. Okay, as long as they, their party achieves its end goal of power, because the Democrat, I mean, again, we're talking about the rank and file Democrat voter, whatever is important to them, right? Be it their unions or their abortions or their welfare, right? That's another big thing that kind of ties people to the Democrat Party, because the people getting all the freebies, I mean, they don't care if Biden took money or didn't take money, or if he lied, or they don't care about any of that, right? They're like, yeah, go ahead, be corrupt. Just, as far as they're concerned, as long as they keep getting their welfare checks and their free housing, they don't care if Biden is corrupt, and they will defend him. All right, not just at the ballot box, but in the streets if necessary. Okay, that's the mindset of these Democrat Party voters. So I just wanted to throw that out there. The interesting thing to me is like how their line of thinking very much resembles the line of thinking of like religious zealots that we have seen over the years. Right, there's no compromise. It doesn't matter what might be wrong within their party or within their religion, as long as they stop the other religion, or as long as their religion remains dominant. Okay, so that's kind of where I see the Democrats now. So something for you guys to think about. If you got some other ideas, or if you see something different, let me know. But that's kind of how I see the rank and file Democrat voters. Hey everyone, I want to add one more thing. It seems like the House Republicans are running on the assumption that if they can only prove to everyone how corrupt Biden is, that the Democrat voters won't vote for him. Okay, and that is a false assumption. Okay, I still think that that they should keep doing the investigations that they're doing. Um, it's important, even if Biden wins again, at least history will have a record of the level of corruption of the Democrats and of the Democrat voters. Okay, so I think they should still keep doing that, but I think that they are making a big mistake if they think um, that they're just going to expose Biden and all of a sudden he's going to lose the election. Okay, uh, that's not something that Democrats care about. Okay, I think that the only way Republicans can win is if they do the same things that Democrats do, right? Like the way Democrats cheat in the elections, like the ballot harvesting. I think Trump kind of had the right idea where in areas where ballot harvesting is legal, that needs to be done. Okay. Republicans need to adapt the same dirty tricks that Democrats do, because otherwise it's an unfair, uneven game. And like one of the things I said in the past, for example, the Democrats are basically they're pushing this the student loan forgiveness. Democrats know that it's unconstitutional. And they don't care. They know that, for example, the Supreme Court has already struck that down, and they still don't care. They're still pushing it because they're trying to make a point to their Democrat voters that they are willing to break the law on behalf of Democrat voters. Okay, so that's something that Democrats value, right? The rank and file Democrat voter likes and respects and loves the fact that the Democrat leadership is willing to cheat and break rules on their behalf. Okay, so the only way that Republicans can win at that game is basically fighting fire with fire. Okay, so when Democrats come out and suggest student loan forgiveness, Republicans need to come out and push, home mortgage forgiveness. Okay, or auto loan forgiveness. Okay, which of course is ridiculous because that would completely destroy the financial system of this country. But I think that that's the only thing that would force Democrats to back down. Every time the Democrats try and push some legislation that benefits just the Democrat voters, right, their constituency, rather than Republicans trying to push back against that and saying that's unfair, what they need to do is just load that bill up with benefits that benefit the Republican side constituency or the Libertarian side constituencies. For example, every time they try to push forward a tax bill, well, make all Republicans need to add in making all gun purchases tax free. Okay, so every bill that Democrats try to push, Democrats need to load up with things that would benefit their side. That's the only way to push back against that, because otherwise, the way it's working is Democrats are trying to get a whole bunch of freebies for their side, and it always seems like Republicans are saying, no, that side can't have freebies. Where I think the correct strategic way to deal with it is saying, okay, you want a whole bunch of freebies for your side? Fine. We want a whole bunch of freebies for our side, okay? In which case, that then becomes unworkable. And then both sides kind of end up having to back off that, right? Because they just can't, it's just absolutely not workable, right? You can't have mortgage home forgiveness across the whole United States because basically all the banks would go bankrupt, and nobody would, there would be nobody to lend homes, right, or lend money for new homes. So that's the mentality that I think that Republicans need to take. So hope you guys enjoy this. I'll talk to you all soon.